I hope you guys like free stuff because today I'm going to give you my exact Amazon email marketing template for free, and I'm going to show you how to get more Amazon reviews over the next 30 days for literally free. It just takes a little bit of time. Over the next 30 days, you'll get more Amazon reviews, all in this concise video. First, so I'm going to be going over my email sequence, and before I forget, you can access my exact sequence in the description below. It is in, you're not going to find, a specific link. It's going to be in what's called the Amazon FBA Field Guide. This is basically a little kind of ebook or a little PDF that I've created. It contains a lot of other great information, and it also contains literally my exact 3-step Amazon email marketing sequence. So it's in there. So that's where you're going to find it. It's down in the description, somewhere I think near the top. It's in there. Also, look, I got some other great free and paid stuff. Paid things including my entire, 17-hour Amazon FBA Masterclass course that you can access for literally less than $20. Everything I know about Amazon, you can access for less than $20, and a lot of other great stuff. And then lastly, if you like the video, find any value in it, I'd really appreciate you hitting the thumbs up, subscribing, and leaving a comment below. Just anything. Say hi. Leave that below, or questions, anything. Leave those in the comments as well, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Number one. So obviously this short video is about Amazon email marketing. Okay, a lot of people think Amazon email marketing is dead. That is untrue, specifically at the moment. So a lot of sellers say, Sumner, so many of our customers don't open their email. Is it really worth it? That's the wrong question to be asking. The question to be asking is, how much are reviews worth to you? And you can put a monetary amount on that. At least try to estimate some kind of monetary value. Okay, and then see, all right, how much do most Amazon email software subscriptions, cost, or Amazon email autoresponders cost per month, right? So for example, in my case, I use FeedbackWiz, and you can, I have a link below, also in the description, where you can get access to FeedbackWiz for 30 days. It's completely free, no upcharge, nothing like that. If you want to continue on with that as well, you can, but you get the free trial with the link below, and that's what I use. And I pay, I think it's like $30 a month. Okay, I definitely generate more than $30 a month worth of reviews. Even if the minority of my customers actually get my emails, and even a smaller percentage even open them, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm getting enough reviews to where it's monetarily worth it for me, it's great, because basically with Amazon email marketing, you set up a campaign, and you can kind of tweak and A/B test some different aspects about it, which you should be doing. But if you don't want to, you don't even have to, because you can take my proven sequence. I'm going to cover that really quickly. Proven sequence that gets open rates between 30 to 40%. And I'm currently trying to break. Well, currently I have one campaign that's over 40%. It's 41%. I'm trying to really get over that kind of 40% mark. But generally 30 to 40% is a pretty good open rate. And we can't really calculate click-through with Amazon email specifically, but I'm going to show you some techniques to really increase and improve either your existing email marketing sequence, or if you want to create this from complete scratch and do this for free for literally the next 30 days, you can do that as well. But I get several reviews, and something to keep in mind, or you could do as we're going through this. So you can go through the template, get like a tool like FeedbackWiz, doesn't have to be any tool, for free for 30 days. Implement this template. Build it, not that long to kind of create and set everything up, and then let it run. And what you can do is, already in your mind, like think about, okay, here's when I started selling on Amazon, and here's how many reviews I have right now. So you take your total number of reviews, divide it by the number of months you've been selling. You now have number of reviews per month. That's your average. Now that you've implemented FeedbackWiz for the next month, you can test, and 1 month is a decent range. 2 or 3 months or more obviously would be better for statistical significance, but 1 month could be good enough. Use FeedbackWiz for 1 month for free. At the end of that month, look, do I have more reviews than average than I did before? Even if it's like 1 review or 2 reviews, right? Is that worth the money that you're paying? If it's a no, then quit the subscription and don't go along with it. But if it is worth it to you monetarily wise, as well as your time investment, which is very, very low, keep it going, right? And that's what I've found, right? I get several reviews across all my products using FeedbackWiz every single month. It's absolutely worth it. And it's actually also helped prevent some negative reviews, which we'll talk about in a second. So I know a little bit late start. Hopefully that was still helpful, and let's go ahead and get into it now. So number one, one of the most important aspects, obviously, of email marketing is the subject line, right? If you have a beautifully crafted email body, it has super helpful and valuable and beautiful and all this stuff, and your subject line is terrible, guess what? No one's going to see that beautiful email that you created, because it wasn't enticing enough to open it in the first place. So this is this is one of the best places to start. So time of day, your subject line, and obviously the content of your email. Those are all very, very important. This is one of the most important. This is something we can actually track using a tool like FeedbackWiz. Other tools don't, but FeedbackWiz can actually track your open rate based on certain, and A/B test different subject lines. That's one of the reasons I use it. So here are some of the most opened. You can use this for any tool that you're using. The most opened email subject lines provided by a guy named Brian Burt. I tried to find the YouTube. I originally found it on a YouTube video. This gentleman, if you guys don't know him already, I wasn't super familiar with him, but he basically used to have an email marketing like agency or a software, and I think he ultimately sold it. But he has literally tested emails and open rates for emails specifically for Amazon sellers. Okay, and these are statistically the highest email subject open rates. So I wish I had this when I was starting out. Go ahead and whatever, if you're already using an email sequence, go ahead and use these right now. These, try A/B testing, try testing these out and see which will ultimately get you better open rates. So I've kind of gone in ascending order, not descending, but ascending order. So first we start with, reply, hey, 21.7%. Also, last thing, this used to be great. This is just for email marketing in general. Using a person's first name in the subject line in the body can help increase open rates and click-through rates and things like that. But unfortunately now, we used to be able to not that long ago, but now we're not able to use the first name field with Amazon email autoresponder tools. It used to be able to, now we cannot. So I just wanted to let you know. But in general for email marketing overall, that could be a good tactic. So that's number one. Number two, hey, how's it going? 23% open rate. And by the way, these percentages are open rate. So 22% for the first, 23% for the second. Reply, did you get it? Right? That's almost a 33%. Surprise, 41.3%. One word, surprise, right? It's not about, it's work smarter, not harder. And then lastly, do you remember me? 44% open rate. So I'm testing these out myself. And I'm going to see what's best, but this template's kind of what I have right now. Okay, so these are the subject lines. Go ahead and implement those with whatever you've got right now or what you're going to be building. Always A/B test, and then let's go ahead and actually get into the meat. So the email sequence that I set out for Amazon, at least for Amazon specifically, is three. It's a 3-sequence email chain. Okay, so email number one. Email number one is automatically sent out as soon as the order is shipped. The subject that I currently have, and this will change in the future, is, and I'll update this as time goes on, but Amazon tracking info and a special surprise. So for the body, okay, something you can consider, think about your audience, and think about a type of image or a GIF image that could entice them. So having a great subject line, that's awesome. Okay, great. Now they opened it. Now you need them to read through. Right? If they open it and they see it's like garbage or it's like too wordy, too clustered together, if it's not aesthetically pleasing or it doesn't draw them in with the copy, they are going to leave and they're probably not going to open your future email. So it is very, very important. You got them in. You got them in. You got in for the interview. Now you gotta sell them. So what I found, and this is just email in general, specifically with Amazon email, for some of my clients, or sorry, some of my Amazon customers. Using a GIF or another kind of image is a way to kind of draw them into the body, and then for them to read the rest of the email. Okay, so that's just something to consider, but you don't have to. It's all up to you. Just something to kind of throw out there. So inserting a GIF image, I love GIFs. Just kind of little animated images if you don't know what those are. So insert the image and then say, thank you so much for your recent purchase. Your order has been shipped and you can view your tracking details here. As a special thank you, we would also like to personally give you 15% off all future purchases. Simply reply to this email and I'll personally send you the code. Also, also here are 5 ways you can use X product. If you have any questions or need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Sumner at sumnerbrands.com. Or Sumner Brands LLC, I guess. I don't want to do .com. So a couple things here. Your goal for this email, okay, is to add value. Okay, they've already bought the product. Now you're trying to add value before you ask for the review. A lot of people, what they'll do is just immediately, hey, leave a review, right? No, customers here, which is average. They're not super unhappy, but they're not super happy. They're like on an average happiness level, and you're trying to get them from that average happiness level higher, right? As high as possible, to where when the happier your customers are, the more willing they are to write a review and the better their review will be. So that's what you're trying to do, and you're doing so ethically, right? So a couple ways you're doing this. One, giving them the tracking information. That's always just helpful, right? And that helps them also open the email. Number 2 is you're giving them a coupon code for their next, future purchases. If there's a similar related product, right? If you're really building a brand and this isn't your first product, if you have several products that relate to each other toward the same niche, the same brand, then this could be for related products as well. So you could actually use this to kind of sell and kind of upsell on some other products while also giving value, right? Because you want to give them specifically a special code. And then lastly, and maybe the most important, is you could either include this in the body of the email, but really what's better and and you can use this, again, FeedbackWiz has this functionality to where you can send an attachment of a PDF or some kind of like little ebook relating to your product. So, 5 ways to use X, your product. Maybe it could be like a link to a video guide or some kind of article or something like that. An information product that costs you nothing, you build it, then it just only provides value and it relates to the product in some way or relates to your audience, okay? Recently I was talking to a woman who was working on, her product is slippers. And she said, oh, well, I can't come up with anything that relates to slippers. And I said, well, okay, why are people buying slippers, right? So they're buying it maybe for comfort. So maybe 5 simple ways you can make your house more comfortable today. I don't know, something like that, right? So think about why your customer's buying, what benefits they're looking for, and if you can't direct it toward the product, there are some other options as well. Just be creative, okay? So adding value, that's our first email. Email number 2, we're gonna send this on the date of delivery, okay? So 1, we send it before they even got the product, we're giving value. On the date of delivery, what we're going to do is, first, here's the subject. Did you get it, right? Asking a question is a great way to entice people, get people in. So here's the body. Recently, so you can decide what you want to include or not. This is kind of what I have, and I've been using, and it's worked out really well. But recently, we've been dealing, and this is actually true too. Okay. Recently, we have been dealing with some delivery men throwing around our packages, and I wanted to personally check in to make sure everything arrived perfectly. If you have any issues at all, please respond to this email ASAP, and we will do our best to make things right. I would like to remind you about our 30-day money-back guarantee. If there are any issues whatsoever, we will refund your entire order within 30 days of your purchase. We want you to know our family, our family business maybe works very hard to ensure that you and your family have the best experience possible. Thank you for your patience and your support. Name, company name. Again, I'm going to be updating this template for you guys as well, or it should be updated in the field guide. So with this, my goal, this is me personally, I've actually, this has helped, again, remember what I said, when it kind of hopefully ultimately increase honest, positive reviews, right? Ethically. We also would want to avoid and reduce negative reviews. So with one of my products in particular, this is true. It wasn't necessarily delivery men throwing around packages, although that's a way to kind of frame it. But there were issues that weren't up to us. It was either in Amazon's own warehouse, it was partially the delivery people, but the products were arriving damaged. And they were not, we had inspection services. We even checked before we scanned into Amazon, all of that to make sure products were good to go when they landed here in the US. So we knew that wasn't us, that something happened. So this was a way for us, and it's worked with other products as well. Even if it's not, true for every single instance, this has definitely happened. And either the customer did experience an issue, and you reminded them of the 30-day, you kind of diffuse the situation, right? Because they have all this anger. They may have got the product and it was damaged, it was broken, it was whatever. So they get this kind of anger inside them, and they need a place to put this anger. So they can either put that anger into a negative review, or they can put that anger into a 30-day money-back guarantee. They can direct that anger towards you by replying to your email, and then that's an opportunity for you to diffuse the situation, okay? So this helps me reduce negative reviews, and it helps add value. And you're like, how? Well, this just shows that I care, right? They think that I'm sending this directly to them, and I am here to help. I'm here to help all my customers. That's not, this isn't untrue. So even if the customer didn't experience any issues, I'm just checking in, making sure everything's okay. And if anything isn't okay, I'm going to solve it. I do prioritize my customers. I do care. They have the best experience possible. I truly do. So that adds value. And if someone had an issue, can kind of diffuse the situation. All right. And again, tailor this however you like. This could be a really great starting point to go off of however. Okay. Email number 3, send date. 7 to 21 days or even longer after delivery. You may be thinking, holy crap, that's a long time, right? To follow up for a review. Yes and no, it depends. So you need to think about your product and your customer. How long does it usually take before your customer begins to use their product. I also use, along with email marketing, I sync ManyChat, a ManyChat sequence up to a QR code that I have as product inserts, and I'm actually able to test and see different parts of the buy. So I've actually A/B tested sending out with my ManyChat sequence, right, which is similar, but with the ManyChat sequence, when someone buys a product and they scan into my sequence, I ask them for a review 7 days later, and I tried one 14 days later and one 21 days later, and different products. So I follow up and say, hey, how's your experience been? Either good, bad, or I haven't used it yet, right? If they haven't used it yet, that gets triggered, right? So I can see if me following up in 7 days, is that getting a bunch of people saying haven't used it yet? Where in the 14 days, I'm getting a lot more good or bad replies, right? If I see that, then I know, okay, I need to start sending, instead of, I was sending it at 7 days, or I was A/B testing it, now I'm going to A/B test maybe 14 days and maybe 21 days instead, right? Because I know that people need a little bit more time to use this product. So every product is different. You need to think about your audience. When are they going to be using the product? If they use it really quickly, then do it in 7 days. If they use it, for a special event, like if it's, well, I don't know what it would be, but if it would take some time before they use it, just take that into account. So that's the send date, is after delivery. Subject, is there a problem? This is working out really well for me. I don't know the exact open rate right now, but again, A/B test. There's no pure good. This will get you in a good direction, but always A/B test. Body, we have the GIF image here. How's your experience with Sumner Brands been so far? We would greatly appreciate your feedback so we can improve our product line and customer service. If you experience any issues at all, please respond to this email ASAP and I'll do my best to make things right. Would you purchase again? Would you recommend us to a friend? Help the community by leaving an honest review by clicking the stars below. This would mean so much to our small business and future Amazon customers. And then here within, again, I use specifically Feedback Whiz. It's kind of designed for that, although you can definitely tailor this to other platforms or other software as well. We have the link. So this is kind of shows up as 5 yellow stars, right? Even if they want to leave a 1-star review, they just click on the stars and it'll take them to the Amazon page for them to review. And then lastly, actually, let me get rid of this because we can no longer use customers' first names. It kind of sucks. Seriously, thank you again for your support, and we truly wish you the best. Sincerely, Sumner from Sumner Brands LLC. So yeah, so we've added value, try to diffuse situation and add more value, and now we finally ask for the review. Okay, so what you want to do here, try to keep things concise. Also, what you don't want to do is, again, against Amazon's terms of service, and you can kind of interpret this a couple different ways with the sequence that you see here, is you cannot segment customers and say, hey, you had a terrible experience, email us. Oh, you had a great experience, leave us a review. I didn't word it that way here. People can interpret that differently. And again, use this as a base and then, kind of work off of that and use the language of your brand, use language that specifically relates to your customer, and try a different language. This is just kind of a template to get started. It should be very helpful, a very good kind of head start. But yeah, be concise. And yeah, I would always ask, like, hey, you can leave us an honest review. And then also, if you had any issues, you can also reach out to us, right? So there's nothing technically wrong with that. But again, Amazon does not allow you to segment out good and bad customers and only ask reviews from people who had a good experience. So you can just do whatever you want with that. Just want to make that very clear as well. But yeah, asking for the review. And with this, it depends on the month and the product type. But specifically, because I can document, I can see exactly who responds to me. And I've gotten a lot of responses where, oh no, the product arrived safely. Thanks so much for reaching out. Or yeah, I'll definitely leave a review. You guys were awesome. Or even, yeah, I had a big problem. This thing came damaged. Great. I was able to swoop in, help them, and that prevented a negative review. All ethically, in my view, completely within Amazon's terms of service. Read the TOS for yourself. I would encourage you to do that. And yeah, very, very, it's worth my money. It's worth my time right now. If anything changes, I'll definitely let you know. But I highly recommend testing this out. Again, 30-day free trial, completely free, a Feedback Whiz that you can literally take this, copy and paste it, change up the wording a little bit, and let it run. Start generating, you can literally generate more reviews for all of your Amazon products starting today for the next 30 days. And then from there, you can kind of see if that's worth it for you to continue. So that's it for today. I hope you guys found this immensely helpful. If you did, I'd really appreciate you giving me a thumbs up and hitting the subscribe button below, as well as just leave me a comment. Say, this was great, or did I miss something, or did something really suck? Let me know. I'm always looking for ways to improve this channel and give you guys the best content possible. So again, thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in future videos.